Hi guys, what's happening? How's everybody today? Well, I hope you're doing well. Guess what's been happening here? Crazy, crazy, crazy rain. Last night it started raining about 7 o'clock. I mean pouring. You know, like I've showed you before how it comes down so hard. Tropical rain. It's just crazy how hard it comes. And the water couldn't get away fast enough. So I'm thinking, I'm having like about 9 o'clock, I'm like tired. I'm thinking, what am I forcing myself to stay awake for? Just go to bed. But I usually bring a snack out for sugar before I go to bed. So I had some chicken skin, and a couple of things I bought from the market for her. So I come out and she's there around the back. So I filled up a jug while I was with her of water. And then I just happened to look across towards the workshop, and the whole shade area was underwater. And I thought, oh no. So I looked in the workshop floor was like under 2 inches of water. Luckily I don't put anything on the floor. You know, everything's on blocks, like wood and things like that. It's on blocks, and then I stack things on top of that. It's this crazy amount of water. So I come over and looked. I have a light I put on for when I need to take care of the water, and a pump. And it was just crazy. Let me show you. So all around here, you see those stones? The last stone was underwater. All around there, underwater. All in here, all around here, underwater. And I have a sump pump here. That sump pump, just the top piece was showing. The side walls, maybe like a 1/4 inch was showing. Otherwise it had been underwater. Right? All around here, inside my workshop, flooded. So I come over here. So I think over there was some leaves blocking the gully, and that was the reason why it did that. So I raked it, and all the water went down, and I stood just underneath in this, you know, so the water wasn't hitting me on the head. Stood there for like a half an hour while the water was flowing away, and the whole time the level wasn't going down. For half an hour the water wasn't going down. It was coming across the garden, coming across everywhere, off the roof, everywhere. After about 45 minutes, it started going down enough because the rain settled down, started slowing down, and then I turned the pump on to help clear that area out, which then let the workshop water come out. I'm like, just like, I don't care. Put the key in the ignition, start the car, and drive away. Don't come back. But this is the tropics for you. This is what it's like in the tropics. Crazy. Anyway, today, Jan come over about 11 o'clock and said, can we go to this shop that she found? And it's they classify themselves as selling like Japanese secondhand stuff. So we found it. It's not far from here, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes from here. And I never been down that road, and there it was. It looked like a junk shop from outside selling tools, power tools and stuff. But in the back, they sell like fine china, and they had like really like high-end tea sets and stuff like that in there. Some really nice ones. I'm cut. Wow. And they had some, you know, some beer steins and things like that. So. But they had some tools in there, and I asked the lady, can I record the tool things? So here, have a look at this. Hand tools, some hole screwdrivers in the back there. These are old-fashioned planes. You see the plane here? One of these are inside that box. There's some over there too. Some drill bits, chisels. So I bought a tool from there. Let me show you. Some of you will remember that. So it needs tidying up and fixing and restoring, things like that. But I think I can do it this end's all frozen, but take it off and put some penetrating oil in it, see if I can free it up. But it's all loose up, you know, it's kind of floppy and so on. But I got one other one here, but this end's broken off, so maybe I can take it apart and put a new spring in it and restore. I just thought, why am I buying these? There's no reason whatsoever to buy them, but I got them for like 300 baht, which is about $10, $5 each. So I thought I'll just, you know, clean it up, take it apart, bend things straight, fix this, fix that. And no idea why I bought it. I kept thinking to myself, don't buy it, it's a waste of money. But I bought them because I thought, how cool is that? And will I use it? Probably not. But just I thought, I haven't seen those for a long time. You know, my great-grandfather was the village carpenter in Omby in Lincolnshire. And if Eddie's watching, he'll know where, Eddie and Carrie, if they watch, they'll know where that is in Omby. He was a wheelwright, he was a carpenter, he built coffins, he built wheels for carts, horses and carts. And I heard of this, you know. I left England when I was 18 months old and moved to America, and then back when I was like 13 or 14, something like that, and stayed there and in and out of Britain, back and forth to Germany. So anyway, I went back to visit, and I wanted to go see if the shop was still there. Well, it's my mother's side of the family, and we went there and met up with like a second cousin who now has the property, and the workshop's still there, and he's been trying to get it like the National Trust, which is like a trust in the UK that restores stuff, and he wanted to restore that workshop and, you know, open it for the public sort of thing. But anyway, nobody's done it to date that I'm aware of. But he had really old-fashioned wood planes in there, and he gave me one. And to me, that was like, because, you know, I said the other day that I built all kinds of different things out of wood, cabinets and stuff, decks, you know, all kinds of different things. And I don't know anybody in my family who knows how to do woodwork. And I'm thinking, somebody must. Anyway, my mom says that my great-grandfather on my mother's side was a village carpenter. I'm like, aha. So, reincarnation, or somehow it moved along, I don't know. But nobody that I knew of on either side of my family knew how to do any woodwork. But I just picked it up and did it by myself. But cool, anyway, so I got one of these old drills, and I'll do that up for fun one day. Shouldn't have bought it, but I did. Wasted my money. The other thing is, Jan, so she got the bowl that she wanted. It was like a Pyrex dish with like a size of a saucepan with a glass top on. I don't know if she's going to do what she's going to do with it, but she wanted one. She found it, so she got one. And then said, can we go to the market in the village to get some herbs and stuff? I said, sure. And there's a lady, you know, there's a lady I seen, tiny little thing, frail. Comes to find out she's 89 years old. Have a look at this. So she's 89 years old and walks from her house to the market, which is probably like 3 to 4 kilometers away. You think, not too far, right? She's 89, almost 90 years old, almost 90. You can tell she's elder because of the way she walks, but she's got the old sort of hat on that the people work in the fields, and it's raining, and she's just walking down the road. So I've seen her many times, and Jan has seen her too. And she asked, I said to Jen, ask her if she wants to ride home. So she got inside the pickup truck. She's so short, she could just see over the window to see out the side of the door. And she kept looking at me like, and I'm having to look down at her. She's looking at me. She looks like a kid, she's so small. And she says, Pine Eye, like, where are we going? Where are you going? And Jen kept saying, we're going to take you to your house. And she says, okay. And then finally she puts her finger out like this. She just keeps looking, and she goes, here. So we dropped her at the road and she walked down. So now I know where she lives, but so I can give her a ride home. But I've seen her walking from her house to the village before. Many times I've seen her walking. I'm like, why is that elderly lady walking like that? 90 years old. You know, most people don't want to walk a mile. Well, what's a mile? 1.6 kilometers is a mile, right? 1.6 kilometers is a mile. And she's walking, so that's like 2 to 3 miles to get home. We dropped her off at the main road and she had to walk back in off the main road, so who knows how far that is. And she's got a bag of vegetables from the market. So next time when I decide to do that, the rice and the oil and things again, we'll try to find her and give her some, because I'm sure it's hard for her to carry rice home, you know, 5 kilo bag of rice. I just think to myself, I mean, that's special forces material, isn't it? When you're almost 90, carrying a big bag of groceries home, 3 miles, 3 or 4 kilometers away, so 2 miles maybe, 2.5 miles, that's crazy. For an able-bodied person, they don't want to carry that stuff home. Anyway, she does. I think people get, the van guys who go down the main road see her and give her a ride. That's what she said. Some of the van guys give her a ride when they know, because they know where she lives, or know where when she's heading to in the village, she said. So it rained again this afternoon in Ayutthaya. We went to Macro to get some, what are they called? Potato cake things that I have for breakfast sometimes, and a couple of sausages. So it's Friday, so that's me set for the weekend. So that's it, guys. Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. All the very best.